Hi Erica, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Good. Well, thanks for coming and meeting me today at the Starbucks. Is this an okay place to meet
Yeah,
for today and even moving on?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good location for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
as long as it doesn't get too loud. I have some hearing issues, but yeah.
Okay. Good. And I so coming into this with an open mind, and I'd like to just kick off this by saying that as a being in a supervisor role in this at this level is new to me. I am a developing professional, and I like to honor um, your professional development as well. So I hope that you're able to tell me what you need, and as much as I hope to respond well to those needs. Um, is there anything that I should know about going into supervision in terms of, um, you know, we discussed the place, but like timing or what you would like to discuss or focus on in supervision?
Um, I'm really happy that you're wanting to put some focus in my professional growth because I know previous experiences that I've had, I haven't really been treated like a professional that was interested in my career. So I'm really happy to hear. First, I'm really happy to hear that you're interested in both of our developments. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
Um, Timing wise, like maybe around lunchtime would be good.
Yeah, I should hope so. I hope that would work as well because I have a pretty flexible schedule. So let's maybe match up our different calendars and see what works best. I'm available Monday through Friday, and as well as the weekends too. So I appreciate you being flexible and meeting me today. Um, some of the let me back up and describe to you what my experience is supervising others.
Yeah.
So I've worked in the field for over 15 years in social services, and I've worked in a number of different capacities in informal leadership roles as well as formal leadership roles, um, and that that experience I hope to bring into our relationship in terms of some of the skills and tools I've learned, like different activities, for instance, if you're into that. Also, I've had a lot of experience doing clinical work and doing that over the past 4 years. So I bring more of a clinical lens into the work at this. I mean, I would hope to bring that lens into this work. And in terms of the orientation to what our experience is as helpers. So whatever maybe conflicts that you might have or um, something that you need to tease out, um, something that you'd like to celebrate with me, I would love to hear your experience and like what that might mean for you. So just a supervision as in a processing, a time for processing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. I'm also would really appreciate some I don't know concrete suggestions on developments. Like if you could share opportunities with me, um, that would be helpful. I'm going through a little bit of career transition myself, so a lot of this stuff is new to me, and I actually don't have much experience with the clinical looking at things that way. And sometimes I'm a little uncomfortable doing that because I don't want to pathologize people. So I I hope that we can work work together on our differences that way, or you give me some suggestions on how to I don't know to have more of that lens if I need that. But it is something that makes me a little uncomfortable with.
I hear you, and that word can be really triggering for people. The word clinical, right, or medical, the medical model is just a loaded term. But I just want to assure you that I do come from an empowerment perspective or an empowerment approach. I believe we have chatted about this a little bit in the past before this discussion now about our feminist ideals, and so I have an equity lens, gender equity, as well as other power structures that I operate from that kind of perspective, that kind of
Yeah.
lens. So I hope that can help us to establish a more trusting relationship where you feel safe sharing what you need to share.
Yeah. Awesome.
Is there any other? Do you have any questions about my experience in the field with social justice work or more clinical work?
I have some questions around safety. Because previous experiences, I haven't felt as safe. Can you talk a little bit of how you like build that in to your supervisions?
I like to be very person-centered. So you'll notice that I'm more of a coach in the way that in the relationship that I have with people is more of a mentee-mentor kind of relationship. And in that mentor-mentee kind of relationship, I lead by example. I use self-disclosure. So that, in my experience, I've noticed has helped to balance out the power differential that is endemic in a supervisor supervisee role, and just allowing you the space to define your own experiences. So allowing you the time to speak, allowing you the time to really work out or work through those tough spots.
That sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Likewise.
I'm glad you're going to be my supervisor.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
It'll be a new experience.
yeah, a brave new world. Without the reference to the prescription
Right.
sci-fi
Yeah, the
horror
positive.
novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also with safety as well, it goes both ways. So whatever feedback that you have for me, I'm open. I keep an open mind and an open heart. I try to be, I don't just try, but I incorporate compassion um, and, honoring people's self-determination. Those are probably the foremost values that I uphold in the work that I do with clients, and as well as, I'm learning that is an approach that I can also um, bring into the work as a supervisor. So again, just wanting to keep those lines of communication open any way I can.
That's great. That's great. Because it can be really stressful working with people and then, not have a stressful relationship with the supervisor too.
I mean, especially considering I'd like to acknowledge that, there are a lot of agency demands. So, while we're here, with this protected time, I want this to be, again, to use the word safe, to be a safe space where you feel like your privacy is honored and your security is honored. What you say in the session will not be held against you, will not be brought outside of the session to any third party. So what is said in session stays in session. I really want to respect that and acknowledge that.
That's awesome. Don't think I've ever heard that before.
Okay. It's there with me at least. So I was going to ask you actually: is there anything that are there any areas of development that you have identified in your work with this agency?
I haven't yet. I don't think I've been here long enough to really figure out my areas of development. I'm excited to be learning something new. And I guess we'll see if it's okay. I kind of like to play by ear and bring things up as they come up. And certainly, if you need to discuss something with me, you take the time to do that as well.
So, what has your experience been? I should ask. I should have maybe started off with this, but what has your experience been like in previous supervisions?
It's been rough. Yeah, where things that have not been confidential information information was used against me. So, I appreciate you having a safe space, but it might take some time for me to, I feel like we're, definitely establishing rapport, but it might take more than one session for me to feel fully open.
I respect that. And that's okay. I mean, things take time. It
Yeah.
really does. So I'm willing to give that time. I would like to push you, so that you are working towards your goals and that this session is productive in that sense that we are focusing on what you want to accomplish.
Right.
So, I will leave that up to you to decide in what areas that is.
Okay. Okay. I'll be thinking about it.
Is there anything else that you want to address before we wrap up for today?
I don't think so.
Should we just pick it up again in another week or so?
Yeah.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for next week, and I'll get my toes wet a little bit in the caseload.
Yeah.
Weird analogy, but I'll have some questions that I'm sure.
Okay, great. Well, again, thanks for spending this time with me, and I'm looking forward to meeting you next time.
Awesome. You too. Thanks.
Thanks.